So glad to have you on board this evening for tonight's matchup in the Final Four between your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats and the Lubbock Titans. Lubbock Titans come into this game ranked number 1 in the nation. Cats are ranked number 4. So this Final Four worked out exactly as they had seeded it in terms of the Final Four being in the Final Four. However, I will make just a special note on this seeding. Initially, when we looked at the website for the NCHBC, there was a comment on there that said that if you won your region, you would be in the top 3 seeds. There were 3 regions, 3 top seeds. However, when the seeding came out, the Wildcats were bumped to number 4, and a team that lost the regionals in the South, being the Dallas Thunder, were stuck as a 2nd seed. So even though they lost their regional, they were the 2nd seed, which is really odd. So the girls have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, but they've got to go through the number 1 team to be able to play that 2 or 3 seed come tomorrow. So that'll be tonight, right now, and the next game will be the Dallas Thunder versus the Oklahoma City Storm, who won earlier against the Noah Jaguars. So that's your Final Four, is the Lubbock Titans as the number 1, the Dallas Thunder is the number 2, the OKC Storm as number 3, and your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats as the number 4 in this Final Four at the National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championship. We are live here from Springfield, Missouri, Baptist Bible College, home of the Patriots. And tonight is the home of this game in the Final Four between the Wildcats and the Titans. It's going to be a tight game, no doubt about it. The Cats won earlier against a very good KC East team. They had a girl there that was being watched. That game was being watched by recruiters. I was talking to her dad afterwards, and her last name's Walker, and she is quite a player. However, I will make mention, though, that Gloria Brewer matched her step for step and even exceeded her. So if those college coaches were watching the game, my guess is they've got their eye on Brewer now, because she outshone Walker by a ton in the last game. So very exciting for these girls. A lot of folks come from this particular tourney. They go on to play at college, and even some who have played in this tourney have gone on to the WNBA with the girls. And so this is good competition. There is a knock oftentimes on homeschool sports. I remember in the State House years ago, the IHSAA president was testifying before a committee when they were wanting to open up all homeschoolers to be able to go to any public school and play. And it was called the Tim Tebow Law is what it was being dubbed as. And he said from the microphone, there are no Tim Tebows in Indiana. And I thought that was quite arrogant of him. Yeah, he hadn't seen every homeschooler play basketball or football or anything else for that matter. And so it was a little bit tough to sit there as myself, a homeschool graduate and a homeschool dad. But it's great to have this sort of homeschool competition, to have a national tournament all over the nation. I mean, we're coming from as far west as Colorado, as far south as Texas, as far north as Minnesota, as far east as the Carolinas. That's who's coming here. And these are dozens of teams to come and compete for an undisputed national championship. We'll pause just a moment as they're having prayer on the court by the referee. All right, Emma was very impressed with that referee last night as they played here. They got ready to pray, and he said, "I'll pray." And so Emma thought that was pretty cool that the referee let him off in prayer. I want to read real quick the Wildcat Way. Haven't done this yet, and want you guys to enjoy this as well. We are the Lord's, not our own, therefore we play His way. We commit to sacrifice individual desires and goals to joyfully serve the Lord through team basketball, to communicate with boldness and kindness on and off the court, to vigilantly guard against division, distraction, and discouragement, to respect our God-given talents, authorities, teammates, and opponents, to play as one body with unmatched enthusiasm and energy, focused on spirited, suffocating defense and passionate, precise offense, to treasure every possession of every game, practice an individual workout, to lead by using our influence to encourage character, diligence, and excellence in everything, to glorify God in victory and defeat, and to play in such a way as to win an imperishable prize. The tip is up and the Wildcats control. Gloria Brewer has the basketball. She's going to dribble at the top of the key. She is being guarded by number 20, and that would be Bostwick. Alyssa Woodard put it up, it's off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Bostwick, and Woodard's going to trail her, and Gloria Brewer's going to pick her up. Number 11 is going to fire a 3 off, and that was Bruffy. Bruffy, no good by Bruffy. Rebound by Gloria Brewer. So both teams, no score in the first possession. Gloria Brewer dribbles to the top of the key, drives inside, gives it off on the far right side to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard, she's going to try to get it inside, stolen away by number 20, who gets it up to 21. 21 is Kaiser. Kaiser's going to try to dribble inside, stopped by Hannah Ruddle. They swing it back around to the left side. Number 5, Simpson, hands it off for a 3 ball to number 20, Boswick. And the Wildcats rebound the basketball. It is no good. Score is still 0-0. Gloria Brewer drives the baseline, puts it up. It's no good. Rebounded by the Lubbock Titans. Titans have the basketball. That's number 5, Simpson, driven up the court. She hands it off down low on the left side to Ellie Buffrey. Buffrey gets it out to 21. Kaiser for 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Bruffy. Bruffy still has the basketball. She's going to drive baseline. She's being guarded by Alyssa Woodard. They get it back up top to Simpson. Simpson swings it. They get it over to Boswick for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Both teams having trouble getting it through the strings, and there's going to be a foul call. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. That is the first foul of the game. Not sure who that was on. Did you get that? 21. All right, that's her first, team first. Wildcats get the ball in. Shook gives it to Ruddle. Ruddle comes up the court, across the timeline. Ruddle punches over the basketball. Fakes right, goes left. Gets it to Louis Shook. Down low to Brewer. Brewer can't handle the basketball uncharacteristically. She'll get her feet under her. It just went a little bit high. It was difficult to corral, and it went out of bounds. It's Titan basketball. 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Lubbock Titans, number 11, Bruffy, dribbles at the center court, hands it down to Boswick. Now down to Simpson, who gets it inside to number 33, Elliott, new player that we haven't mentioned yet. Number 21, Kaiser, has the basketball, being guarded by Shook. They swing it over to Simpson. Simpson, number 5, is going to drive with the left hand. Get it inside, and they try to get it inside, and Gloria Brewer was right there to receive the pass. So she stole it away, did Brewer. She's going to go in the paint, pull up, and off the front of the rim, no good. And it's almost stolen back away by Alyssa Woodard. And the Titans have the basketball. Number 11, Bruffy, comes across the timeline, being guarded by Shook. They swing it over to the far side to number 21, Kaiser. Kaiser hands it to Simpson. Simpson being guarded by Shook. Simpson drives to the right hand, dumps it off to Boswick. Boswick's going to fire off a 3 ball and hit it. That's the first point to the ball game by Boswick with a deep 3 ball. They will hit, apparently. They're going to be good shooters. It's a good team, this Lubbock Titan team, being number 1 in the nation. That's not for nothing. Brewer gets it to the center at top of the key to Wirtz. They get it to Ruddle, and then back out to Alyssa Woodard, and up top to Wirtz. They recycle it. Now Brewer with the basketball. Brewer's at the top of the key, being guarded by Boswick. She makes Boswick miss. They try to get it down to Alyssa Woodard. Picked back up by Brewer. Brewer, he drives the lane, puts it up, scoop shot, and it's good! Nice shot there by Gloria Brewer with the drive. A little scoop up and in. 3-2, Cats down by 1. 4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the first. And Bruffy gets it. They swing it down to the far side on the left side to Simpson. Back up top to Elliott. Elliott drives, hands it out to Boswick. She's going to drive the lane and hand it over. She couldn't grab it. She couldn't grab a hold of it. Elliott couldn't. They get it outside, off the front of the rim, no good. And it's good that time by number 11, Bruffy, who followed up with the rebound. And it's going to be 5-2. Should be 5-2 here momentarily.
Gotta box out, Red!
The scoreboard says 2-2, but it should be 5-2. It is. 4 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. Cats sub in. They sub in. They get in Holly Woodard and Julia Bookwalter check in for the Cats. And Cats need to get some scoring here. We're 4 minutes into the game. Hannah Ruddle with the basketball at the top of the key. She's going to drive left, give it over to Brewer. Brewer on the left side. She's being guarded tightly by number 11, Bruffy. Brewer, now they switch off. Looks like they might be in a zone there. They switch off. Bookwalter gets it back up top to Brewer. Brewer, some space there being given by Elliott. Brewer fakes right, goes left. Brewer still dribbling, gets it over to Hollywood. Holly Woodard gets it inside to Rachel Wirtz. Rachel Wirtz, we wanted her to go up big and strong. It's going to be 3 seconds. Stayed in the lane a little too long. What we'd like to see is Wirtz get a little confidence with her and just go inside and shoot that ball. If you're in that lane, make them foul you and go up for the 2. Rhea Garcia checks in for the Cats. And Alyssa Woodard takes a break. And looks like number 11, Bruffy's going to bring the ball up. That's a tough pass there, stolen away by the Wildcats. Rhea Garcia has the basketball. She's going to pull it up wisely. There were 3 defenders in the middle. She pulled back. They're going to get it into Wirtz. Wirtz is going to look for somebody. She's asking for some help. Gets it to Garcia. Garcia goes back to the middle of the court, and she's being guarded by Bruffy. Garcia hands it over to Brewer. Brewer's going to be at the top of the key. Brewer almost gets it stolen away. She gathers it back in, and it is stolen away. It's scrapped for, and it almost tied up, but now they're going to call a foul. Tough break for the Cats. They were swatting the ball around underneath. Couldn't get a handle on it. Neither team could get a handle on it. The Titan coach is very animated at the moment, I think, at his own players. He was a little frustrated. We don't mind that. He can stay frustrated for the rest of the game for all we care. 5-2. Cats down by 3. 2 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in the first. And this is Bruffy. Bruffy against Garcia. She gets it over to Simpson. Simpson just holding, being guarded by Bookwalter. They get it down to Elliott. Elliott's going to drive in the lane, look for help. It's almost stolen away. And she made a little hop there, did number 21, but it was okay. I guess they didn't determine it to be a travel. And back up top to number 5, Simpson. Simpson against Bookwalter. She gets it over to 21, Kaiser. Kaiser swings it over to Elliott. Elliott's going to drive. They try to get the baseline. It's recycling. Good defense being applied by the Cats here. That's number 5. Simpson hits the short little jumper, and it's 7-2. Cats down by 5. You don't want to give this team very many points ahead of you at all. It's going to be hard to come back in this game. Cats did it earlier. They were down by quite a bit, 11 or so, against the KC East Lions. There's Alyssa Woodard inside, strong, and puts it up off the glass for 2. Nice play there by Woodard. That's what we want to see from Rachel Wirtz as well here in just a little bit when she comes back in. Number 33 puts it up and in. That is Elliott. Drove the baseline, put it up off the glass for 2. It's 9-4. Cats down by 5. Brewer with the basketball across the timeline. Brewer content to dribble at the top. 1.5 minutes remaining in the first. Fans are getting excited in the building. You can hear them on the far side. It is the Lubbock Titans. They've got their boys, and the girls have their boys right here. These Wildcats. Step back 2. No good for Gloria Brewer. Rebounded by number 20, Bostwick, who hands it off to Bruffy. Bruffy's going to bring the ball up the court and cross the timeline, being guarded by Garcia. Cats have 3 ready to come in off of the bench. And number 5, Simpson, looks, and she gets it to number 11, Bruffy. Bruffy drives, floater, no good. They're going to call a foul. Foul called on the play. Looks like it's on number 13 or 23. 23. It's going to be a foul on Rhea Garcia, her first, team second. Scores 9-4, Cats down by 5, 1 minute, 4 seconds remaining. It's going to put number 11, Bruffy, on the line, shooting 2. Bruffy settles, shoots, the first one's good. And the subs are going to come in now. It's going to be Barnes coming in. Barnes, Wirtz, and Ruddle for Alyssa Woodard, Holly Woodard, and Bookwalter. And then number 33 checks out as well. And number 23 checks in, Conley, for the Titans. And getting settled in for this second of 2. 10-4, Cats down by 6. And it rims out, rebounded by Ruddle. Stays 10-4, 1 minute exactly remaining in this first. Cats down by 6. Ruddle crosses the timeline. Ruddle going to go right. She's going to drive right, and she pulls it back up. Stolen away by the Titans, and she fouls. There's a frustration foul there by Hannah Ruddle. She had the ball grabbed, and she tried to grab it back. Instead, she grabbed the person, and that's a foul. It's going to be the first personal foul on Ruddle and the 3rd team foul on the Cats. Not a lot of fouls being called so far, which isn't so bad. They're letting them play. 48 seconds remaining. Number 11, Bruffy brings the ball up for the Titans. Bruffy goes, fakes right, goes left, goes all the way inside the lane. Barnes tips it away, and it's gathered back in by 23, Conley. Conley's going to drive right against Wirtz. Kick it back out to Bruffy for 3. No good. Barnes with the rebound. She hands it off to Ruddle. Ruddle on the run. 27 seconds remaining. Ruddle tries to hand it off, and it gets tipped and stolen away again by the Titans. Cats got to control the ball a little better. Watch these turnovers. That's going to be a long 3 ball by the Titans. No good. Rebounded. It's going to be a foul on number 20. Foul on number 20, Bostic. No, they're going to call the foul on Brewer. Brewer had position. That's a shocking foul. Brewer had position. They went over her back, and it somehow goes to the Titans. I think somebody missed a call there. Number 5, Simpson's going to inbound the basketball. That's a shocking call. And they get it in to number 23, Conley. They get it back to number 5, Simpson. Tough break there for the Cats. 8 seconds remaining. Number 11, Bruffy has the basketball. It's almost stolen away by Barnes from number 35, Maggie, and that's going to be the end of the first. Tail of the tape so far. Your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats 4, the Lubbock Titans 10. Cats down by 6 early on in this game in this first quarter. You don't want to spot them too many points, and the Cats are they're still in this game. They've had a lot of shots just not fall yet, and they will eventually fall for these Cats. We've seen that time after time. We'll give you a few of our sponsors here. Thank you for joining us here on the WBN, the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. We are live from Springfield, Missouri at Baptist Bible College, home of the Patriots. Tonight, it's the home of this game, of the Final Four game between your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats and Lubbock Titans. Wildcats are brought to you by Campbell's Highland Grill. Campbell's is a family-owned and operated Scottish-American sports grill located on State Road 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. During these trying times, we aim to safely bring quality food, entertainment, and a sense of community to Indy's South Side. We're proud to offer our support to the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats, and we're proud to have them as sponsors. Find them, Campbell's Highland Grill, that's grillwithane.com, at 1001 North State Road, 135 Greenwood. Their phone number, 317-300-1696. Cats are also brought to you by American Senior Communities, where caring people make the difference. When you walk into American Senior Communities, the difference is clear. There's passion our people bring to their work that you simply won't find in any other senior healthcare community. We offer a full range of lifestyle and care options, from new energy wellness to hospice care. American Senior Communities, ASCCare.com. Cats are also brought to you by Chick-fil-A, just north of Main Street on 135. They want you to join them for game day or pick up curbside at the Greenwood Park Mall or their 135 location. Chick-fil-A, proud sponsor of your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Lubbock Titans get the ball back in. They swing it over. And it's up top to number 11, Bruffy. Bruffy with the left-hand dribble being guarded by Alyssa Woodard. Get it over to 5, Simpson. Simpson gets it out to number 20, Boswick. Tries to drive inside, going to call a jump ball. It's a good defense being applied there by the Cats. And that's going to be Wildcat basketball. It's 10-4, Cats down by 6. Louis Shook gives it to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle's going to come up the court, cross the timeline. Cats need a score. They got the stop, now turn it into a score here. Ruddle gets it to Louis Shook. Almost stolen away by the Titans. 3 ball there by Gloria Brewer, no good, air ball. And it's gathered in by the Titans. Number 5, Simpson with the basketball. She's going to come up. They do not let up, do these Titans. They're coming right back at you. Number 21, Kaiser, being guarded by Shook. Kaiser's wanting to drive in. She hands it off to Bruffy, who drives in the lane, gets it back up top to number 23. She just throws it out of bounds. And she just threw it out of bounds. Wow, she just threw it out of bounds, and the referee said, hey, you can keep it. It's okay. We'll let you have it. It's 10-4. Cats down by 6. That's the second call down here we're really scratching our heads over. And the Lubbock Titans will have the basketball. Number 5, Simpson, gets it up top for a 3 ball by Bruffy, and it's good. They got the second chance given by the black and white, and they took advantage of it. 13-4. Cats down by 9 now. 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Ruddle with the basketball. Cats need to score here in the worst kind of way. Get it over on the far right side. Long 3 by Alyssa Woodard. No good. Rebounded almost by Alyssa Woodard. Gives it to Shook. Off the glass. No good. Rebounded. Tapped out. And those Lubbock Titans they're not going to go with the taps. They're just going to grab it. Cats need to grab the ball. Behind the back dribble by Simpson. Simpson's going to go all the way down and hand it off to Bruffy for 3. No good. Rebound by Rachel Wirtz. Good strong rebound by Wirtz. She gives it to Brewer. Cats need to score here. Brewer with the basketball, top of the key. She's going to go right, and she's going to go all the way down and put it up, and off the glass, no good. She gets her own. Oh, it's slapped out of bounds. Should stay Wildcat basketball. It does. It was slapped out of Brewer's hands. She grabbed the rebound, and the ball was slapped out of her hands. Bookwalter's going to check in for the Cats. Ruddle is going to take a break. Bookwalter then is also going to inbound the basketball. 13-4, Cats down by 9. In this Final Four matchup between the Wildcats and the Titans, Bookwalter looks. She's going to have to, it's right there. Easy bucket there by Wirtz, who doesn't get it to go, and now she's hugging her. You can't do that. She was frustrated there. It was ripped away by the Titans. Titans are very, very aggressive. They go after every loose ball, every rebound. Very aggressive team, these Titans. 13-4, Cats down by 9. Out on the left side to 33, Elliott. And then back up top to Simpson. Simpson for 3. Rims out, no good. Rebound by Alyssa Woodard. And she gets it to Shook. That's a good stop. Cats have had 3 stops in a row. They need to turn it into points here. Louis Shook's going to go all the way down and put it up. And no good off the glass. No good. Rebounded by the Titans. Louis Shook saw the opening and tried to take it. Unable to make it go down here. 5 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in this first half. And number 33, Elliott has the basketball, being guarded by Wirtz. She's trying to work it in. It's tapped away by Louis Shook. She's going to go all the way down. Hopefully just takes her time on the layup, and she does not. Oh, it's rebounded by Brewer. And it's going to be a jump ball. Brewer, strong rebound. She's answering the Titans, saying, if you want to go after the ball, I will too. And she was answering them well, but it's a tied up as a jump ball, and it's going to go to the Titans. 13-4. Cats have made several stops here in these first 2.5 minutes, but haven't turned it into any points. 0 points this quarter in the first 2.5 minutes. Number 11, Bruffy's going to drive all the way down, put a floater up. No good. Rebounded by Wirtz. Cats just need to get it to go through the bucket here. Bookwalter with the basketball. She turned it on in the last game and gave the Cats some life with hitting 3 threes. Did Bookwalter. So hopefully somebody can get something to go through the net here. Tickle those strings. Woodard, nice strong move inside. Oh, the ref saw it as a bit too strong of a move. And he called a charge on Alyssa Woodard. That's her first, and that's the team 5th. 6-16 foul. 13-4, Cats down by 9. Lubbock Titans will have the basketball. They're going to inbound the basketball. And Cats looks like, Holly Woodard checks in for the Cats. And Titans have the basketball. They cross the timeline. Being guarded by Holly Woodard. Being guarded tightly by Holly Woodard. They get it out to number 33, Elliott. Elliott faked left, went right, handed it off to Simpson. Simpson. She's being guarded by Bookwalter. And Bookwalter went for the steal. And number 20, that's number 20, Bostwick for 3, and she hit it. That's 16-4. Cats now down by 12. 4.5 minutes remaining. Brewer with the basketball across the timeline. Brewer, she's going to go left. Sure would like to see her get on fire here momentarily. Just shoot it up there, Brewer. Wirtz inside. Nice power dribble. She puts it up. She almost gets her own rebound. And Holly Woodard fights inside. Gets it back out to Brewer, who shoots the 3. It's a little off to the right. And it's rebounded by the Titans. And that's number, they're going to call a timeout, or the Titans. We could use the timeout as well, so we appreciate the timeout call. It's going to be a 30-second timeout call by the Titans. You are listening to Wildcat Basketball on the WBN, the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. Cats are proud to be brought to you by G.H. Herman Funeral Homes. 317-787-7211. Our family serving your family for over 3 generations. Find G.H. Herman Funeral Homes at Greenwood and Indianapolis. Cats are also brought to you by Thai Connection in Columbus, Indiana. Authentic Thai cuisine, 527 Washington Street in Columbus, Indiana. 812-657-3790. And also their sister restaurant, Thai Spice in Greenwood, Indiana, 2220 County Line Road. Give them a call at 317-881-2243. So far, the Cats having trouble getting the basketball to go through the rim. It's 16-4, and you can see it by the score. And they're going to have to claw their way back into this one, being down by 12. They spotted the KC East Lions 11 earlier and were able to come back and win by 5. Let's see what they can do here after this timeout by the Lubbock Titans. Titans are going to bring the ball up. Simpson has the basketball. She gets it up to Simpson. That was Bruffy, handed it to Simpson. Now up to 21, Kaiser. Kaiser at the top of the key. Now she's being guarded by Bookwalter. And swings it to the far right side to Simpson for an open 3. No good. Rebounded by Brewer. Brewer with the basketball. She's going to come up. And Brewer across the timeline. Brewer looks right to Holly Woodard. Back up top to Louis Shook. Louis Shook with the basketball, top of the key. Dribbles down, gives it to Bookwalter for 3. Can she do it? She can! Boom! Cats finally hit a 3. 16-7, Cats down by 9. That's the juice the Cats needed. Let's see if we can turn it into some momentum here. Cats fans have something to cheer about right now. And number 21 drives in. Kaiser hands it back out to Bruffy. Bruffy back up top to number 33, Elliott, who gets it to 21, Kaiser. Kaiser swings it back up top to Simpson. Simpson far left side to Bruffy. Bruffy back up top to Simpson. Simpson being guarded by Bookwalter. Cats fans holding their breath for a real long time here, hoping they can get a stop. Almost got the stop. It's slapped away. They're going to get it inside. Slapped away by Brewer. And they're going to give a foul call to Rachel. That's going to be on Rachel Wirtz, I believe. It is on Rachel Wirtz. And that is her second personal foul. That's the team's, says seventh. There it is. 16-7, Cats down by 9. That's number 33. Elliott on the line, shooting 2. Macy Klein and Emma Barnes going to check in for Louie Shook and Rachel Wirtz. 2 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Also, number 35, McGee, is going to check in for the Titans. McGee is going to be replaced at that rebounding line by number 11, Bruffy. And the first one was no good, and the second one is also no good and rebounded. And there's going to be a reverse layup, and it's good. That's a reverse layup by number 20, Bostwick. Cats down 18-7, back down by 11. Their largest deficit was 12. Brewer gets it over to Hollywood, back up top to Macy Klein. Macy Klein dribbles left, looks inside, tried to get it to Hollywood, and she's fouled on the play. So fouls, currently they're 7-1, and now it should be 7-2. But if you're wondering, that is quite the foul gap. 7 fouls called on the Wildcats versus 1 to the Titans. Brewer for 3, no good, rebounded by the Titans. Boy, they go after those rebounds. It's stolen away by Barnes, who gets it back up to Hollywood. Hollywood gets it underneath to Macy Klein, up for 2! There's a little spark from the bench from Klein and Brewer. And Bookwalter all showing a little bit of spark here for the Cats. Hopefully that'll get the starters going here momentarily. Number 5, Simpson. It's 18-9, Cats down by 9. Bostwick gets it inside to Elliott. Elliott back up top to Bruffy for 3. No good. Rebounded by Brewer. She almost got fouled. Really, her hand was held. Brewer has the basketball. She goes all the way down, shoots a long 2. No good. Barnes gets bumped almost out of bounds. And the Titans get the rebound. 1.5 minutes remaining in the half. 18-9. Cats trying to claw their way back into this one. Number 5, Simpson, being guarded by Bookwalter. Simpson dribbles right, gives it off right to number 20, Bostwick for 3, and it's good. Boy, can they shoot from downtown. 21-9, back up to that largest lead for the Titans. Cats down by 12, 21-9. Bookwalter with the basketball. Cats need a spark here before the end of the half. Try to get it down low to Macy Klein. They do. She's going to dribble all the way in. It's blocked. Big time block there by number 33, Elliott. And number 5, Simpson, gets it down to number 33, Elliott, who comes with a reverse layup and in. 54 seconds remaining. Cats now down by 14. 50 seconds. 23-9. That's 14. 23-9. Cats down by 14. 43 seconds. Bookwalter goes right. Looking for some help. Gets it over to Hollywood. Hollywoodard thought about the 3. Decided against it. Cats in motion here. They're going to get it down low to Barnes. Barnes is going to power dribble and go up. She was fouled and puts it in, but no foul called. She put it in. Great play there by Barnes to play through the contact. 23-11. Cats cut that lead back to 12. 18, 17 seconds, 16. And number 11, Bruffy, gets it over to number... slapped away by Macy Klein. She jumped up there and got the ball. 8 seconds remaining. Brewer getting a fake from the three-point line. Drive inside, put it off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up. She's fouled on the play, but no call. Oh my goodness, Cats cannot buy a foul. It's 7 fouls for the Titans and 2 fouls for the Wildcats. That's a sad tale of the tape so far. It's certainly not because the Titans aren't fouling. But it's 7-2. That's the tale of the tape so far. At the half, 23 for the Titans, 11 for your Indianapolis homeschool Wildcats. We'll get some stats here for you momentarily. We've got a 4-minute break. Give you a couple more of our sponsors. Cats are brought to you by Country Nutrition Health Food Store. We have the knowledge and desire to help. Supplements, local meat and eggs, special diet needs. Connect with us on Instagram and Facebook at Country Nutrition of IN. And you'll give them a call at 317-889-1305. Find them at Greenwood on 135 and Olive Branch Road. Cats are also brought to you by A New Smile Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. See Dr. Patricia and Shane New. Give them a call at 317-888-6688. 8-4. Go through a couple more of our sponsors, and then we'll give you some numbers here momentarily. Cats are brought to you by Meyer, just north of Main Street on State Road 135. Also brought to you by Auto Tire Car Care Centers at 3115 Meridian Park Drive in Greenwood, Indiana. Behind McDonald's and Kroger, give them a call at 317-888-1880. Cats also brought to you by RG Mobile One, diagnostics, repair, and mobile service and tires in Franklin, Greenwood, and Trafalgar. I love their tagline, as I often say here, if we meet and you forget me, you've lost nothing. But if you meet Jesus and forget him, you've lost everything. Cats are unashamedly and unabashedly a Christian organization. I'm glad to have Christian sponsors as well. Appreciate RG Mobile One. And your numbers for the Cats scoring so far in this first half. Macy Klein has 2. Julia Bookwalter has 3. Gloria Brewer has 2. And Emma Barnes has 2. That's the total of 11. Yes, it is very uncharacteristic to see Gloria Brewer with that sort of scoring line at the half with 2 points. But last game, she came alive in that second half, and hopefully she'll do the same again. And fouls for the Cats, the personal fouls. Alyssa Woodard has 1. Julia Bookwalter has 1. The only one with 2 is Rachel Wirtz. Gloria Brewer has 1. Hannah Ruddle has 1. And Rhea Garcia has 1. So not a whole lot of foul trouble for the Cats as they go into this second half. Give you our title sponsors, Campbell's Highland Grill. Find them at campbellshighlandgrill.com. That's grill with an E. Find them at 1001 North State Road on 135 in Greenwood. And that's 317-300-1696. American Senior Communities, find them online, asccare.com, or caring people make the difference. And by Chick-fil-A. Let us join you for game day. Pick up curbside at Greenwood Park Mall or our 135 location on the way home from the game. We are ready to join the huddle, Chick-fil-A. So glad to have Chick-fil-A as one of our sponsors this evening. All right, looks like, there's a request to zoom in a bit. All right, thank you, Shelly. We will try to do that. And then it might just cause, we do have a wonderful camera operator this evening. Yeah, Heather Marks has agreed to stabilize the camera. And we appreciate your feedback and reviews. I might have been a little bit excited in that last game, and the camera showed it, I guess. It was all over the place, and so Heather Marks said, hey, I can come in and hold the camera. So she is doing that. We're thankful for that. And so thank you, Shelly, for letting us know to zoom in just a little bit. And we do want to make the experience as good as possible for you folks back home. We know you would be here if at all possible, and so we're really glad that 34 of you are joining right now on the YouTube feed. And we are live here in Springfield, Missouri at the Final Four, where your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats have fought their way all the way through the brackets to get to this Final Four against the number 1 team in the nation, the Lubbock Titans. And they are showing why they're ranked high. They certainly are playing well. But I'd like to see the Cats. They're down by 12 here at half, but they've got room, and they can come in and make these. They can make the threes just as well as anybody. Just weren't falling in that first half. So Cats going to come back out. Louis Shook is going to inbound the basketball. Want to make mention also, we're thankful for Miriam Barnes being the statistician this evening. So that is your crew. Shelly Dove, production manager. Heather Marks, the cameraman or woman. And our statistician, Miriam Barnes. You can chime in at any time you want to say something, Heather. You're really welcome to write some color commentary. Cats tried to get it inside. They do, and it's put back out to Hannah Ruddle. Wirtz gathers it in. Wirtz. And she's going to put it up top to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard over to the left side to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle back up top to Gloria Brewer. Brewer with the basketball. Dribbling right and left. She's being guarded by Bostwick. Now out to Alyssa Woodard. Over to Hannah Ruddle on the left side. Hopefully you can see a little bit better. Hopefully we're helping there, and Heather's doing a great job on the camera. Back up top to Louis Shook. Louis Shook to Brewer. Brewer's going to drive to the paint. Step back, long two, no good. Rebounded, a high rebound gathered in by the Lubbock Titans. 23-12, Cats down by 12. 23-11, Cats down by 12. 7 minutes remaining in the third. Titans with the basketball. Number 11, Bruffy, hands it over to number 33, Elliott, who gets it. A deep 3 ball by number 5, Simpson, is off the mark. Strong rebound by Rachel Wirtz. She gets it to Gloria Brewer, who crossed the timeline. She's going to go all the way down, hand it off to Alyssa Woodard, who drives the paint, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebounded. The Titans were the only ones underneath. and they almost just handed it to the Cats, but there were no Cats underneath at that moment. 23-11, Cats down by 12. Titans with the basketball. Number 11, Ruffy. It's tied up. Oh, Brewer just goes and steals it. Good effort there by Gloria Brewer. She gets it to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle with the basketball. Bounce pass over to Gloria Brewer. Down low on the left side to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard is going to swing it cross-court pass to Hannah Ruddle. Ruddle, it looks inside, is unable to get it. The Titans are just a little bit too tall to throw those tall passes in there. Got to get a different way to get it inside. They're fronting Rachel Wirtz, and so they're going to have a hard time getting it to her unless Rachel can make it around them. 23-11, Cats down by 12. 33, Elliott has the basketball. She dribbles inside, being guarded by Wirtz. It's up and good. And that's 25-11. Cats with their largest deficit of the game so far by 14. Brewer with the basketball, crosses the timeline. Barnes and Bookwalter getting ready to come in for the Cats. Alyssa Woodard gets it to Hannah Ruddle. Cats got to get some offense going. Louis Shook on the left side. Swings it down to Alyssa Woodard. Woodard, she's going to drive. She is going to go all the way down. Left-hand dribble, tries to hand it off to Wirtz. Gets it back up top for an open three by Brewer. No good. Rebounded by the Titans. And if we said that once, we've said it 15 times. Rebound by the Titans. And they get it down low to number 11 for a short jumper. They go back in to fight for that rebound. It's going to stay Titans basketball. That was Bruffy coming back in for that rebound. It's knocked out of bounds. And Barnes and Ruddle, and it looks like Wirtz is going to struggle again. She's had some trouble with that back last game. She just looks like she's really hurting with that back. So hopefully she can get it back off the court here. And she is going to make it. She's having trouble breathing, I think, is the issue. All right, number 5, Simpson slaps the ball to get it in for the Titans. Hopefully nothing easy here. They get it back up top, and they're going to set up the offense, are the Titans, with number 21, Kaiser, handing, they get it inside to number 33. That's 33, Elliott for 2. It's 27-11. Cats down by 16. Brewer with the basketball. Drives all the way down. Puts it up and off the glass and no good. Rebounded almost by Barnes. Barnes was fouled on the play. Good job getting positioned by Emma Barnes. And that's a foul on the Titans. So that is one more foul for the Titans. So that's good. So by my unofficial count, that's 7 fouls to 3 fouls in the game. But only one team foul so far in this half. Shook looks to get it in and gets it into Barnes. Barnes on the far right side looks for somebody, gets it to Alyssa Woodard with the power dribble up and in and count the bucket. Maybe that'll light a fire under these Cats. 27, now 13. That's going to put number 3, Alyssa Woodard, on the line, shooting one to try for that old-fashioned three-point play. 27-13, Cats down by 14. Alyssa Woodard receives the basketball, settles in, dribbles 3 times and shoots. It's up off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Brewer. Brewer's going to drive underneath, get fouled, put it up, and in. Do it again. We'll take 2 more. 27-15. Cats cut the lead to 12. This is the kind of effort we need to see from these Cats if they want to claw back in this. And it looks like Gloria Brewer, not sure if she threw her gum out to Coach Shook or if I'm not sure what that was. It was an earpiece. Rebounded by Holly Woodard. Oh, it's knocked away. And the Titans have the rebound. It's 27-15, Cats down by 12. And number 5, Simpson's going to come up and be guarded by Bookwalter. They get it up to 33, Elliott, who's being guarded by Barnes. On the far left side, or right side to Bruffy. Bruffy puts it up, no good, rebounded by Bookwalter. Bookwalter with the basketball. She's going to come up the court. Across the timeline is Bookwalter. She goes, fakes right, goes left. She looks to Shook on the far left. Get it inside to Barnes. It's unable to get it to Barnes. It was stolen away by the Titans in between Shook and Barnes. And looks like a timeout's going to be called by the Titans. And Cats are going to take a break as well. They've climbed. They've actually scored. What's the score of this particular quarter? 4-4? 4-4 in this particular quarter. 27-15. Cats down by 12. But they went down by 16, and so the Cats with a 4-0 run in this particular quarter. It's 4 minutes remaining in this battle, this titanic struggle between your Indianapolis homeschool Wildcats and the Lubbock Titans. They are the number 1 ranked team in the nation and the number 4 ranked team in the nation. And they're beginning to show that on the court. I think this score will continue to tighten up. Hopefully you're cheering from home, and they'll be able to hear you and get some momentum going in the gym here. We're so glad you're listening to us on the WBN, the Wildcat Broadcasting Network, live from Springfield, Missouri, here at Baptist Bible College, home of the Patriots, and right now home of the National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championship. Yes, I will note, Coach Barnes is reminding us there is a fatigue factor that's coming into play. So you folks back home know the Titans haven't played at all today. Because they were the number 1 seed, they just skated through today, didn't have to play in the quarterfinals, so they didn't have to play this morning. The Cats had to play this morning and again this evening, and you're seeing a bit of that fatigue is what Coach is saying here. Coach Barnes is saying that here, and that's worthy of mention here. It would be interesting to see these two teams, if they were both fresh, how they'd be doing, because the Cats had a tough game earlier against the KC East Lions. And Titans have the basketball, and they get it out to a long 3-point basket by number 20, Bostwick, with the deep three. That's her 4th 3 of the game. It's 30-15. Cats back down by 15. Not their largest deficit. It was 16 earlier. Now it's 15. 30-15. On the right side to Brewer. Brewer's going to drive the baseline, do a reverse layup. No good. Rebounded by you-know-who, the Titans. 3.5 minutes remaining in the third. Titans bring the basketball up. And they get it to 33. Elliott, who's going to drive the lane and put it up and in the basket for 2. Titans are steamrolling at the moment, going all downhill. It's 32-15. Cats with the basketball. Bookwalter. Cats just don't seem to be able to answer this evening. Again, I do think fatigue is a factor for sure. Over to Shook on the right side. Shook's going to drive into the paint and try to get it back out to Bookwalter. It should stay Wildcat basketball. It does. 3 minutes remaining in this third. And Alyssa Woodard's going to inbound the basketball for the Wildcats. She slaps the ball, gets it into Bookwalter. Bookwalter. Cats need to score quickly and quite a few. Hollywood fakes right, gets it back out to her sister, Alyssa Woodard. Alyssa Woodard's going to back her way down into the lane, hand it off to Louis Shook. Back up top for an open 3 by Brewer. No good. Cats going to use that one. Rebounded by the Titans. 32-15. Hollywood came down to try to steal that ball away from Bruffy. It's out of bounds. Cats had some good defense being applied there, and the Titans throw it out of bounds. Hannah Ruddle's going to check back in for the Cats, and Louis Shook's going to take a break. Alyssa Woodard going to inbound the basketball. And so it's Woodard. Let's see, Alyssa Woodard, Ruddle, Brewer, Holly Woodard, and Bookwalter on the court for the Cats. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third. Cats have a mountain to climb right now. Down by 17, their largest deficit of the game. Bookwalter back to Ruddle. Ruddle out to Hollywood. Thought about the 3. Thought a second time about the 3. And decided against it. Gets it to Ruddle. Back to Brewer. Brewer. She's going to drive. Go all the way down. Put it up off the glass. No good. She's fouled on the play. No, they're going to call a charge. Oh, my goodness. Cats cannot buy a break here. Everything's just going the other direction. The shots are going the other direction. The calls are going the other direction. It's 32-15. Cats down by 17. Tough for the Cats tonight. 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. And the Titans are going to bring the ball up the court, and that is number 11, Bruffy. Bruffy being guarded by Alyssa Woodard. You can kind of see some of the body language beginning to be displayed by the Cats. They're just tired. They'll be better tomorrow, that's for sure. They got another game tomorrow night, and we're looking forward to it. Either way, whether we win or lose, we play tomorrow night. And number 11 gets it out to number 5, Simpson. Simpson being guarded by Bookwalter. Titans content to slow the ball game down a little bit right now, and you can see why. It's understandable. That's a deep 3 ball by Bostwick. Hits another 3. That's her 5th 3 of the game. 35-15. Lubbock Titans by 20. Brewer with the basketball on the left side. She's going to pull up for a 3 ball. No good. It was tipped on the way, and it is an air ball, but it was tipped. Hopefully she'll still have the confidence to keep shooting. That's the only way to get through the slump is you got to keep shooting. And Gloria Brewer will do that. She's a great player. And Bostwick back up top to number 11, Bruffy for 3. That's another 3. 1 minute remaining. It's 38-15 is the sad tale of the tape right now. Cats down by 23. Gloria Brewer hands it off to Bookwalter. Bookwalter back over to Brewer. Brewer thought about the 3, decides to drive the lane, gets it back out to Hollywood for 3. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Bookwalter. Cats get the rebound. Bookwalter goes inside the lane, puts up the floater, no good. And the Titans get the rebound, 35 seconds remaining. Titans with the basketball and the fresh legs coming up the court. And number 11, Bruffy, crosses the timeline. Content to stand, and the Cats are going to come out and join. They are. 20 seconds remaining. Alyssa Woodard and Holly Woodard up top, swallowing up the Titans. And number 20, Boswick's going to drive and be fouled. She's fouled and put the bucket in, and they are excited, are the Titans. That's 38. That's probably 40 to 15. It is 40 to 15. Cats down by 25. And that puts number 20 Boswick on the line, shooting one, and it's good. That's the three-point play by the Lubbock Titans. 41-15. Cats down by 26. Brewer brings the ball up the court with 7 seconds remaining in the third. Brewer, 5 seconds. She's going to go all the way down, put it up, and it's in. Off the rim, off the glass, and good. That's going to be the end of the third. It's 41-17. Cats down at the moment at the end of the third quarter. The Titans coach is still frustrated with his team, and they're up by 24. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, we are here in Springfield, Missouri. Final four action here between your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats and the number one ranked Lubbock, Texas Titans here this evening. Again, I was remiss in making those remarks earlier. Glad Coach Barnes reminded me that the Lubbock Titans hadn't played a game yet today, and you can see that in their freshness. They are, you got a lot of spring in their step, a lot of energy. Cats had to expend a lot of that earlier today, just about 7 hours ago. They had to expend a ton of energy to get to this moment. Actually, it was about 6 hours ago, and so anyway, Cats looking a little bit tired, and so Coach is giving them some instruction here at the end of this third quarter. Cats are glad to be brought to you by American Senior Communities, A New Smile Family Dentistry, Greenwood Auto Tire, Campbell's Highland Grill, Country Nutrition, Chick-fil-A, DLZ Corporation, Franklin Muffler Brakes and more, G.H. Herman Funeral Homes, Meyer, NASCO Industries Incorporated, RG One Mobile, Thai Connection, and Thai Spice. We sure do appreciate all of our sponsors on the WBN, the Wildcat Broadcasting Network. Going to come back in. It's going to be Titans basketball coming out of the quarter. That's the direction the referee points. So any tied up ball here will first go back to the Wildcats. Looks like girls they're a little tired, maybe even a little emotional. Seeing some tears out there. This is tough for the girls. They've had a long day, but there's nothing to hang their head about at all with these Wildcats. Barnes is back in the game. She's going to be guarding number 11, Bruffy. They get it out to Boswick. Boswick down to number 21, Kaiser. Kaiser drives. We thought Wirtz might have had the block, but they're going to call the foul on number 10, Rachel Wirtz. And that's going to be her third personal foul. And that's the third team foul of the half. That puts number 21 on the line? Let's see here momentarily. We'll find out. Hits the front of the rim, the back of the rim, the glass, and goes in. It looks like it might be 21 Kaiser on the line, shooting two. And the first one was good. The second one is also good. It's 43-17. Cats down by 26. That's the largest deficit so far. Garcia has the basketball. And Garcia over to Bookwalter. Bookwalter looks left, goes right, back up top to Louis Shook. Louis Shook probably should have passed it just a second before that when Wirtz might have been open. Bookwalter dribbles it out of bounds, and it is Titan basketball. Just nothing going right for the Cats in this game, but again, nothing to hang their head about. Barnes says, let's go. Let's play to the end here, girls. These girls don't give up. It's going to be a tough loss, but they do not give up. Barnes, and she's going to tip the ball. A nice block there by Barnes as she came by and tipped that ball. Barnes picks up the block, 43-17. Garcia with the basketball. She gets it down low to Barnes. Barnes going to drive the baseline, and she's going to hand it off to Wirtz for a long two, and no good. Barnes gets the rebound, puts it back up. No good. Rebounded by the Titans. And Lubbock has the basketball. Bruffy gets it up to Simpson. Simpson with the basketball is going to get it inside to number 21, Kaiser, who puts it up off the glass, off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Garcia. Garcia's going to bring it up the court. She's going to look to Barnes. Barnes is going to stop, fake right, go left, and give it back out to Louis Shook. Shook to Wirtz at the top of the key. Wirtz out to Barnes. Barnes She made a couple fakes, hands it instead to Louis Shook at the top of the key. Louis Shook's going to drive the lane, kick it back out to Garcia. Garcia gets it blocked, gets the three blocked, and that's going to be a foul on the Wildcats. And Gloria Brewer's going to come back in. She needed a break. Oh, it's going to be timeout by the Titans, I assume, because they had the basketball. Timeout by the Titans. 43-17, Cats down by 26. That is a sad but true tale this evening. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. And these Cats have given it all they've got for the entire day. What a 2 games they've had to play today, and they went from the frying pan into the fire. From Kansas City East, who is a fellow number 1 seed but slightly lower than the Cats, to now jumping into the fire here with these Lubbock Titans. Titans are a good team, no doubt about it. I'd just like to see us play them when we're fresh. That's my personal opinion. So you are listening to WBN, the Wildcat Broadcasting Network, from live in Springfield, Missouri at the National Homeschool Basketball Championship. Cats are in the Final Four. That was one of their goals all through the year. Let's get to the Final Four, and they have accomplished that goal. They're going to be able tomorrow to come and prove to the rest of the world they deserved a higher seed than they got, because they were bumped out by a team that lost in their regionals, which was kind of regrettable. We don't know what happened there, but anyway, you deal with the cards you're dealt. And that's the way it is this evening. When you're the high seed, you get the bye. And so here come the Titans again, all the way down, put it up off the glass, and it goes in for 2. 45-17, 28-point lead by the Titans. Brewer with the basketball. She's going to drive all the way down, go around, put it up, and that one goes in for Brewer. It's 45-19. Brewer applying a little bit of pressure up in the front court. Cats showing a little bit of energy this final quarter. We'd like to see that. These Cats just don't give up. The fans are still in it. The boys are still giving the encouragement from the sidelines. What a club are these Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. We appreciate all the fans. You back home watching and listening. Appreciate all of you. What a season turned in by these Cats. Number 33 hands it back out. And it's tipped away. It might be a...
Yeah, Gloria tipped it.
Gloria tipped it, but are they calling a foul? Not sure why the whistle. Not sure. It must have been a foul on Gloria. I didn't see a call either, but they had to have called something with the whistle. And the Titans get it into number 11, Bruffy. Bruffy with the basketball. 5 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. And they swing it over to Elliott. Elliott, top of the key, gets it over to Kaiser. Kaiser gets it. It's tipped by Macy Klein. She is just a little jumping bean, is Macy Klein. Cat's going to foul number 21 on the way by. Kaiser's going to go to the line shooting 2, and that foul's on number 10, Rachel Wirtz. That is her fourth personal foul on Rachel Wirtz. It is the 4th personal on Rachel Wirtz. That's the 5th team foul on the Cats. And that puts number 21, Kaiser, on the line shooting 2. First one's good. 46-19. Thank you all for sticking with us this evening. We appreciate your support. The girls appreciate it. Number 21, Kaiser. The Titans also had number 23, Connolly, checked back in for the Titans. That makes it 47-19 on that make. Cats down by 28. And Ruddle with the basketball, passed in by Brewer. Ruddle crosses the timeline. Ruddle gets it up to Brewer. Brewer. And it's 5 minutes remaining. Brewer knows we got to score quickly. She puts it up, and good. That one's in by Brewer. It's 47-21. Cats down by 26, and Coach Roscoe calls a timeout. Looks like it might be a full timeout. Just give those girls a little bit of a breather. They've had a long day. Let them sit for a little bit here with almost 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes remaining in the game. We'll get back to our title sponsors this evening. Campbell's Highland Grill. Campbell's is a family-owned and operated Scottish-American sports grill located on State Road 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. During these trying times, we aim to safely bring quality food, entertainment, and a sense of community to Indy's South Side. We are proud to offer our support to the Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats. Find them at campbellshighlandgrill.com, 1001 North State Road 135 in Greenwood, Indiana. Call them at 317-300-1696. Thank you, Shelley Dove. Appreciate you mentioning. Cats, there is going to be a watch party. So all of you 34 folks and all of your families that are watching this evening, you can join a watch party tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Cross Church in Indy. Follow the social media for more information. That's going to be exciting. You'll be able to watch these Wildcats play with fresh legs. They're going to be playing the loser of the next game for third place in the nation. So that'll be a fun game tomorrow. So make sure you join us tomorrow evening at that watch party live in Greenwood, Indiana at Cross Church in Indy. So stay tuned for social media for that information. Wildcat boys cheering on the girls as they finish out these last 4 minutes. Lubbock Titans with the basketball and the game firmly in hand with a lead by 26. 47-21. Cats play into the end. Rachel Wirtz guarding number 23 who drives in. It's going to be blocked away. Nice block there. Conley was blocked on the play. Ruddle, it's knocked away. It should stay Wildcat basketball, and it does. Wildcat basketball, 4 minutes, 24 seconds remaining. Cats have the basketball underneath their own basket. Ruddle's going to inbound the basketball for the Cats. Ruddle slaps the ball, and the Cats go in motion, looking. And they're going to try to get it back up top. It's tipped, so no problem for Brewer to go across the half line and go retrieve that basketball, and she does. She's going to drive right. Now with the left hand, get into the paint. And she thought about pulling up for the two. He gets it back out to Wirtz for a long two. No good. Rebounded by the Titans. 47-21. 4 minutes remaining. Cats playing hard all the way to the end. Number 20 for another three. Mercifully, she missed that one. Rebound is gathered in by the Titans. Kaiser grabs the rebound. And she's going to drive on Brewer and hand it back out to number 23, Conley. Off the rim, no good. Brewer with the basketball. And Brewer comes across the timeline. 3 minutes, 41 seconds remaining. Brewer all the way down, off the glass, and good. Brewer getting some points in these final minutes. 47-23. Cats down by 24. Cats applying some pressure, actually. They're going to go out with a bang, are the Cats. It's great. It forced the Titans to call a timeout. You got to love that. The Cats are giving it all they've got all the way to the very end. The Titans are like, a full court press? Are you kidding me? With 3 minutes left? And the Cats are like, yeah, we're going out with everything we got. The Titans have got to figure out what to do. So 47-23. Cats down by 24 and applying a full court pressure. You just got to love that about the Cats. Their effort. They go all out for the entire game. So glad to see that with the Cats, and hopefully y'all are enjoying that back home, that effort being put in by the Cats. Cats are brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Let us join you for game day. Pick up curbside at Greenwood Park Mall or our 135 location on the way home from the game. Chick-fil-A, we're ready to join in the huddle. Cats also brought to you by American Senior Communities, where caring people make the difference. Find them at asccare.com or give their care coordination center a call at 888-996-8272. American Senior Communities, where caring people make the difference. And the Titans take the court again. And again, they're just, of course they're going to have to figure out they've got to figure out how to break a press anyway, or at least practice breaking that press. I'm sure they've got plays to do that. And the Titans get the basketball in to number 11, Bruffy. Bruffy with the basketball across the timeline. Bruffy being guarded by Bookwalter. Bruffy drives left all the way inside the lane, puts it up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded. It's going to be out of bounds. Should stay. It does stay. Titan basketball. 3 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. 47-23. Cats down by 24. With just a few minutes, a few ticks off the clock left. And number 11, Bruffy, gives it over to number 21, Kaiser. Kaiser being guarded by Sarah Roscoe, who's checked in for the Cats. So it's Roscoe, Brewer, Wirtz, Klein, and Bookwalter. And it's up and no good by the Titans, rebounded by Gloria Brewer for the Cats. A baseball pass all the way up to Macy Klein. Klein's going to drive, go to the free throw line, hand it back out to Bookwalter for three. No good. Rebounded. Klein wanted to get in on the action there, but there were two of them about 10 inches taller than her, and they gathered in the rebound, did the Titans. 2 minutes, 37 seconds remaining, 47-23. Number 21, Kaiser crosses the timeline, being guarded tightly by Sarah Roscoe. Number 23, Conley, gets it inside. They get it off the glass, and good does number 11, Bruffy. Titans score two, and Titans are about ready to put in their bench with the 26-point lead. Brewer for three, off the front of the rim, no good. It's rebounded by the Titans. And she steps on the line, should stay, and it does. Good pressure being applied by the Cats. Again, they're playing to the very end, and they're giving that full court press, and she dribbles it out of bounds, and it's Wildcat basketball. 49-23. Game firmly in hand by the Titans. They put in their bench. And Wildcats still giving it all they've got here. The last of their legs being expended here in these final 2 minutes. Brewer back out to Roscoe. She's not afraid to pull the trigger. And it's no good. Rebounded by, we won't even say it. 49-23. Cats down by 26. Just under 2 minutes remaining. Brewer on defense. She tries to get it Bostwick. Good defense on Bostwick. And the scoop shot up and in by number 35, McGee. She gets 2 points. Macy Klein comes up the court. Across the timeline. Macy Klein. She looks for some help. Gets it to Garcia. And the boys cheering on these girls to the very end. Macy Klein with the basketball. Dribbles inside among 4 of them. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by the other team. 51-23. Oh, but look at the pressure these Cats are applying. They're making them fight for it, are the Cats. You just got to love it. You got to love the effort the Cats are putting into this game. Slapped away by Macy Klein. I mean, the way the Cats are playing right now, you would think it was a 2-point game. Number 20, Bostwick checks out for the Titans. And number 30, McCain checks in for the Titans. And the Titans inbound the basketball. They get it into that's number 10, Finker, a new player here for the Titans into the game. The entire bench is in for the Titans. And number 35, McGee, swings it over to number 30, McCain. McCain back to McGee. McGee is going to drive, go up, he tapped out of bounds. It's going to stay Titan basketball. Just under 1 minute to play in this game between your Indianapolis Homeschool Wildcats and the Lubbock Titans. And Gloria Brewer's going to check out of the game, and a nice round of applause given for Brewer. Just ran out of gas here in this final game of the night. 2 games today. Titans just had 1. Tough seeding matchup for the Cats. And number 23, Connolly, puts it in for 2. Normally when you're up this much, you stop scoring, but it's a bench, and so they're just going to go out there and they're excited just to be in, so you can't fault them for doing it. Off the glass, no good. And Alyssa Woodard tries to get her own rebound, and it's out of bounds, knocked out of bounds by the Titans. The clock is still running, but it is 30. It's 53. It's a 30-point lead, so you have the running clock right now. And the game is going to come to an end shortly. And the senior Alyssa Woodard, she gets clocked with an elbow there underneath the basket. 15 seconds remaining. Garcia on the defense. And Cats are getting a good round of applause. They're playing all the way to the end. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is going to end the game. Lubbock Titans come away with the win. It's 53-23. Lubbock Titans come away with a 30-point win. It is certainly a big win for the Titans. But the Cats, again, had to play 2 games today, and the Titans only had to play 1. Not sure what it would be like if both teams had fresh legs. But the Cats made it to the Final Four, and tomorrow they will play for 3rd place in the nation. Make sure you check out social media for the Wildcats, as there will be a watch party starting tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Daylight Time. And your final scoring here, how about that? Barnes points out a really good stat here, Coach Barnes does. Only 4 turnovers that she counted in the entire game. And so the Cats, they did protect the ball. Not a whole lot of turnovers forced or given freely, and so they just couldn't get their shots to fall. Really hurting that first half, where Gloria Brewer just had 2 that first half. But she came away total, as we total them up, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So she came away with 12, did Gloria Brewer. Is that correct? So 12. So we'll give
12, yeah.
Gloria Brewer had 12 for the evening. Macy Klein had 2. Alyssa Woodard had 2. Julia Bookwalter had 3. Emma Barnes had 2. And that wraps up your scoring for the Cats. Not a whole lot of scoring for the Cats in this one. This is a sad but true tale, but they played to the very end, even a full court press at the very end against the Lubbock Titans, and they were just scratching their head, but the girls gave it all they had. And they will play the loser of this next game, and it's the game between I believe that is the Dallas Thunder versus the Oklahoma City Storm coming up next. And you can watch that on the NCHBC live feed if you'd like to watch that. We are going to sign off. My voice is done for the day. And we're so glad to have Heather Marks being the videographer for the evening, Miriam Barnes as our statistician, Shelly Dove as our producer back home. And this is Matt Barnes saying so long, everyone. see you tomorrow evening for the live showing at the church to be mentioned later if we can get the feed to stop.